All right, let's connect it up here. I think we're good there. All right, so we'll check and wait till we connect here for December 13th, 2020. Coming at you live stream here, guys. We're coming at you, just for stuff to talk about. But I got to put out that general spoiler warning like in the title, because we're going to talk about the Walking Dead universe. That's Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, World Beyond, all the stuff there. People ask some great questions. We're also going to talk about the Walking Dead holiday special. That's probably not going to be watched by a lot of people since it's on AMC Plus, but we'll talk about some things that I know about it, some clips that I saw, and I'll probably watch it somehow, some way on the replay, but I don't know. I'm not going to be watching it now because I believe some people might have already seen it today, December 13th, 2020. But yeah, guys, so we'll just wait for more people to join here, and there's a little lag with the YouTube, I think. But hopefully you're safe and sound and secure, and we're not stressing too much. It's the holiday season, and it definitely is Stressmas, for a lot of people. And I'm still waiting on a couple of gifts to be delivered. And then I got to, get them going and going out. So it's like just one thing after another. We're 12 days away for a lot of people who celebrate Christmas. If you celebrate Hanukkah or, whatever you're celebrating, hopefully it's a good, safe holiday for you. But thank you guys for taking the time to be here. I truly appreciate it to be here this Sunday, and really every Sunday. You choose to be here, you don't have to, and I truly appreciate it. But thank you everybody for taking the time. Let's talk about some Walking Dead news. Not much. The Walking Dead is not filming. There's nothing really going on with it besides so Darth Xenon03 says, "We playing Fortnite PT?" ? Well, definitely. I know, Darth, you said something on my Instagram. Send me the friend request if you can, if you want to. You don't have to. If you want to link up on Fortnite. But I play Fortnite. I'm One Eye Bry. So it's ONE-I-BRI is my name on Rocket League and Fortnite. And I play through my PlayStation. So that's my name on there as well. So if you're on PlayStation Network, I bring that up because on December 16th, in 3 days from now, you can get the skins to play as Michonne or Daryl Dixon. And that's pretty awesome. Now, I don't know if they're going to have challenges or mini games or anything like that with it. I know you can play as Master Chief and Kratos from God of War, along with the other different skins. The Mandalorian, of course, is from the Battle Pass. But it's pretty cool that they're branching out a little bit more with it. I would assume we'll see a lot of Michonnes or Daryls, and and some people wanted a Negan, and I could see that. You would want a Negan, a Daryl. Any other skins that you would want to see from The Walking Dead? Now, I love the idea of Fortnite because, it's a battle royale on an island type of thing. And I do think, I would love to see a game like open world, zombie apocalypse, the same kind of concept where it's a battle royale thing and you get points and everything. It's a similar concept, but it would be, a little more cityscape, a little more, just different, but there's zombies involved. It would be pretty cool. And I think that would be something maybe to throw in a different game, maybe a totally different game there. If it can be using the Unreal Engine, maybe Fight for Us could develop into that down the road. That would be pretty amazing. But, I don't know how to do any of that. I would have to have help. And that's okay because you do need help for certain things. But Alexander Romero asks, Q&A, since Will's group seemed to escape the CRM, the Civic Republic military, how do you picture the general population living there? Well, Alexander, great question. I don't know if it's several locations, or is it one big community? Because the Civic Republic military is the military aspect of the Civic Republic. So is the Civic Republic broken up into 4 states, 4 regions, 4 quadrants, north, south, west, east, Florida, New York, somewhere, Pennsylvania? Are there general hubs that they have? They have helicopters, they have transport, they don't have agriculture, currency, all the stuff that Elizabeth Kublik said. I would assume that the general population is probably not treated very well. I would assume they are laborers, they have a job, a task, the greater good. You're going to put stock in scientists, intelligence, trades, skills, abilities, they'll have more, order. They'll have more privileges, and the order that is there will probably be that. I really hope that's, talked about in season 2, explained, explored, whatever you want to call it, for season 2 of The World Beyond. I would have liked to have seen more of that in season 1. Hopefully we'll get some of that in the Rick movies, maybe through The Walking Dead, maybe The World Beyond, maybe Fear the Walking Dead. They all come together. And I think that's a pretty good assumption that it's going to have season 2 goes into the Rick movies. And I was reading some different things this morning about potentially, I think the early word is that Andrew Lincoln and the Rick movies may start filming early next year, so 2021. But there's no proof, there's no confirmation, there's no, confirmed. But I would hope so, right? Because if Andrew Lincoln is, I don't even know if it's a one-time thing where he's filming A Christmas Carol or in a play or, acting, I don't know what you call it. If it's a one and done thing where he actually does the play and it's, recorded and then it's played on playback. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that, but I would assume after the Christmas holiday, December, Andrew Lincoln's not going to have a job. I would assume that he's going to go right into the Walking Dead movies starting 2021. But again, it's just assumptions. And you know what they say about assuming, they make it, you know how that goes. But when are we going to start filming this movie or movies? Are they going to film all 3 movies back to back to back? Are you going to film one movie and then they're going to wait forever to film the second movie? Or they're going to film the second and third movies together? How do they really do it? Because a lot of things, if you're going to have a trilogy, they film their things back to back where they film for 6 months and they knock out 3 movies versus 3 or 4 months for one movie or 9 months for 3 movies or whatever it would be. Now, I don't know what the plan is. We're still waiting for confirmed information about the Walking Dead movies. It's just, I'm waiting just like you guys are, and it's just one of those things where I just want some more information for sure. Alexander Romero Q&A. Do you think they are so ignorant to what's going on that some of the population don't even know what a walker is? I don't know. That's a great question because I don't know when the Civic Republic started. Are these people so brainwashed? Are they so kept away from society that it would be that way? That's a great question. I don't know because I'm not Matthew Negretti or Scott McGimple or anybody connected with the writers, but are the Civic Republic people kind of like Alexandria? If you watch the trailer for the season 2, I guess, of The Walking Dead World Beyond, it's not really a trailer as much as it's just recapping what Elizabeth Kubik said about the Civic Republic. They have agriculture, manufacturing, currency, culture, everything you need, food, water, medicine, or whatever she said. She's like in transport, like how she said with her British accent. So I'm not sure if it's going to be just a better Alexandria. And when we first met Alexandria, they were pretty clueless. They were pretty dumb. They were pretty useless. Not all of them, but a lot of them were. Go back and watch season 5 when The Walking Dead goes there and you're like, yeah, a lot of these people, they just don't know what they're doing, right? And Civic Republic knows what they're doing. They handle their stuff. They get stuff done. The people in charge. It reminds me of just a superpower that's trying to take over and have ultimate power over their people. And I guess the United States is what they're trying to be. I'm interested in where it goes with the Commonwealth. And I'm going to make several videos. I have a bunch of different videos to make because I still want to make a video every day. Not nearly as many people are watching them because The Walking Dead is on break until February 28th. But I still want to make videos for everybody. And maybe I miss a day or not or 2 or whatever on there. And, I'm just going to probably post live streams on Sundays, maybe a video here and there. Maybe I post a video or not. But Bob Smith, good to see you too. But I think that the Commonwealth angle, if the Commonwealth does not connect or be a rival or be an opponent or be something against the Civic Republic, that is a missed opportunity to connect the dots in an easy way of The Walking Dead show, the movies, all the different universes coming together of, I guess the universe, not universes, of all the different shows coming together. And the Civic Republic, has fuel caches in Ohio, in West Virginia. And we know that the Civic Republic is all over the United States. And if you know the comics of The Walking Dead, and they keep that, which they probably will, the Commonwealth is in Ohio. And if the Civic Republic has 2 fuel caches in Ohio, how is there no way that The Walking Dead can connect the Commonwealth with the Civic Republic? Or Michonne's people, or whatever she finds there too. Just like the question is, how did the Saviors not go to Alexandria or Hilltop or the sanctuary, or the kingdom from the sanctuary much sooner than we saw? We saw them at Hilltop, we saw them at the kingdom, but it took them forever to go to Alexandria. When Alexandria was run by Deanna and Reg and just nobody of substance, they could have went in there so easy peasy lemon squeezy and took over like that. It would have been so easy for Simon and Negan and Dwight or whoever else to go in there and just take over. But I don't think they're so far away from each other too. The communities, we don't know in a map. It's a fictional universe. So it's not like, oh, you take this road down, you go 4.6 miles, you make a left, you come there by the big tree and you go straight at the fork in the road and then you go there. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know how they just didn't run into each other. But it's just one of those things where we don't know, and it's fiction, and so many things are far-fetched and crazy and plot holes and, there. Now, I talked about some recent videos about Jadis and the junkyard being the fuel cache that's on the World Beyond map. And I would assume everybody here in the chat watches the World Beyond or watched the World Beyond. And I know that The Walking Dead World Beyond wasn't for everybody, but we got some good information. We got some good information about the Civic Republic, A's, our research subjects, some scientists, how big they are, how resourceful the Civic Republic is. The military is one aspect. They have a council. We just learned some things. But if we don't go back to the junkyard, it is kind of a big thing that it's just like, I don't know what's going to happen with the junkyard, if we're ever going to see it again, but there's a helipad. They have a lot of resources. They had some gas cans there. They have some metal. They have a bunch of things there that our group needs to go back at some point, right? And that would be pretty cool that we saw them in season 7, season 8, and that's really it. We saw a little bit in season 9 when Father Gabriel tailed Jadis, but I just think it's an easy way to connect. And, are we never going to see helicopters ever again? If there's a CRM fuel cache in Virginia, how come there hasn't been any more helicopters from since Jadis went away with Rick and there? Maybe they gave it up. Maybe they have come around. We just haven't seen it. How has Negan not talked about the helicopter that he saw? How has Father Gabriel not talked about Jadis and what happened there? We just don't know because it's one of those things that we haven't seen. So many other storylines, so many other characters, time jumps, Judith's expansion, Michonne's character development, the Whisperers, Alpha, Beta, Negan, So I don't know if it's going to ever be explained or come back to there, but I hope so, right? I'm not sure. So Negan1 says, Bri, I have a theory that Negan is Huck's father. Since Negan was the cheater on his wife, maybe Felon had a previous wife, so maybe Negan had a previous wife. I don't know if the Huck's father was actually married to Elizabeth Kublik, right? I mean, we don't know that. We assume that they were together, they were married, and then they had a child, and Huck was born, and maybe Huck was one of many children that they had. Maybe Hope was their daughter as well that they gave up for adoption. You just don't know how this actually happened. What's actually the story? Some people don't even think, and I'm not judging, but The Walking Dead doesn't give you a clear-cut answer sometimes. Like, it's really crazy to me that you need to watch an after show to get things explained on the show sometimes. Like, oh yeah, that was that connected with that person, or that's there. Like, it should just be in the show. Like, you never had to watch a Sopranos after show. You never had to watch a Friends after show, a Seinfeld after show, a House after show. Like Game of Thrones, you didn't have to watch an after show of that. You could. There was after the Thrones or whatever show. But The Walking Dead's the only show that I know of that I've watched that I've really been, really invested in to have to watch an after show. And that's okay. It's cool. It's more content. It's more this, but it's just kind of lacking story. What other show do you know that you have to watch an after show to get things explained a little bit further and more developed? I'm not sure. But I don't know if Huck's father is ever going to be seen, if we're going to know who the character is. Is he a leader in the Civic Republic? Is he someone that is connected with the Walking Dead? Is it going to just be an end plot? They can expand on that as much as they did because they left it open-ended. That's sometimes the best way, because if people want to know what's going to happen with a character or that too, then the writers kind of feel obligated to do it. If no one cares about it, they can write it or not. I'm just not sure if they want to invest more time with there. So I don't know what's going to happen with The Walking Dead World Beyond Season 2, if it's going to be the final season. It's supposed to be. It was always kind of set for 2 seasons, but the world's a crazy place. 2020 is a crazy world. The pandemic has changed things for probably a long time, if not forever. So do we get a 3rd season? Do these kids go right into the movies with Rick? Do they come to the spinoffs? Do they have their own show? Do they connect with Fear the Walking Dead? Because we have a 7th season of Fear the Walking Dead, and they're not saying that it's going to be the final season of Fear, but where does that show go? Does Madison come back? Does Madison not come back? Is it going to make sense? Do they have to write Madison in because of all this stuff that's where it's going? I'm not sure, but ultimately I think Fear the Walking Dead Season 6 has been really good so far, and Madison hasn't been there, so why bring that person around? It can complicate things. It can cause problems, or it can help. It can make the show better. I don't know how it can, because the show's already really good. Bringing in a character like that back in the day when it wasn't so great in the first 3-4 seasons, in my opinion, but we'll see. Xmas Girl 304 asks, Q&A, what do you think will happen to Silas? For those who don't know, I would assume everybody knows, but Silas was, I guess, captured. He turned himself in Season 1, Episode 10, the season finale of The World Beyond. He cut his hand and made sure that Percy and Elton got away, and he was captured by the Civic Republic military. So does he go where Rick went? Where Rick is? Not sure. Is he going to be connected with our group again? Does he get a job at the Civic Republic? What's the significance of the orange that his dad showed him that had the Civic Republic logo on it? Don't know if we're going to get those answers right away or not, but I would assume all the kids live, right? We only have 6 main characters, I guess 7, Elizabeth Kublik. So Hope, Iris, pretty important for the show, being Dr. Bennett's children. They're very smart. They're the future of stuff. Elton, does he live or not? Silas, does he live or not? Felix, does he live or not? He could save Dr. Bennett. He could sacrifice himself for the kids. Does Will, I guess Will's a kind of a bigger character, even though he's in 2 episodes. Does Will sacrifice himself for Felix? Does Huck flip? I still believe that Huck flips in the 2nd season. I've said that a long time ago. Not being in Season 1, Episode 9 or 10, I didn't think she was going to flip then. If she did, it would be a little premature in my opinion, but I think that she helps the kids out in Season 2 because she's not really in with the Civic Republic. She's kind of an outsider. She saved those people from the Marines, if that's true or not. I mean, we don't even know the true story is. I would assume that she was a Marine. She cut her face. What actually happened? That she had a connection with that other Marine, Drake. I'm not sure if it's going to be something big, but I think Huck can do something heroic. I think it's going to really bother her when she finds out that the Civic Republic military took out 10,000 people at the campus colony for basically a dumb reason, in my opinion. So from my viewpoint, the Civic Republic military, led by Elizabeth Kublik, went to Monument Day to, I guess, get Hope. But they had their chance to take Hope and even Iris away. When they were outside drinking, the girls were alone. They had time to go talk to Hope and Iris. They could say, you know what? We're going to go take you to see your father, hop on a helicopter, take him back. Boom. Campus colony alive. Everything's fine, right? So instead, Iris just basically publicly shames or ridicules or puts down or whatever you want to call it, the Civic Republic and Elizabeth Kublik. And she's like, that's not good enough for me. You know, I don't trust you. You will. Okay, I'll show you. And then at the end, Elizabeth Kublik said to Huck, you know, I had to step in because of the stuff. Basically, that Huck didn't do her job soon enough or quick enough or whatever she was supposed to, you know, make Hope want to join the Civic Republic. But to kill 10,000 people, basically, because Hope, Iris, the speech, whatever it truly was, is really stupid in my opinion, because what benefit do these two girls, the campus colony didn't even, you know, pose a threat to the Civic Republic military or the Civic Republic. I don't even know how many guns, if any, they had at the campus colony. The Civic Republic military rolled in with helicopters, you know, gear, weapons. They could just went in, ran stuff, and be like, get to work, do this. You know, made them basically do stuff to prepare for the Civic Republic and put them to work. Like a concentration camp or whatever you want to call it, right? And they could have just done that. But instead, they killed 10,000 people. So you're going to tell me these two girls, and Elton and Silas and Felix and Will and all, you know, the people that survived, but basically Hope and Iris, that they killed those people. Why? Because they were publicly shamed and humiliated because Iris, of a teenager, right? There's people that were teachers. They could do things. They had skills, abilities. They could help them too. But I guess the Civic Republic has enough. They have 200,000 people. That's a lot of people, right? So too many mouths to feed, too many, it's just, I don't know. So when in doubt, they just get rid of them. It's just easier to do for story. They get rid of characters, I guess. But I don't know. Is it too much? Is it far-fetched? Is it dumb? Is it, you know, we'll have to see if it makes sense in the second season or connect with the movies or not. What about Will's group? Are any of those people survivors from the campus colony? I don't think so, but you never know. Are the people from New York, Pennsylvania, Michonne's group, you know, are any of those connected that way? Because they said that Andrew Lincoln and Robert Gimple said that Andrew Lincoln will never be on The Walking Dead World Beyond. So Lincoln says, I can't stay. Sorry, peeps. Just stopping to say hi to everyone. Much love. Hope everyone's week goes well. Don't worry, bro. I'll watch it here in a few hours. Hit icon on anyway. Thank you, Lincoln. You don't have to, but I appreciate it. And hopefully everything's okay. But thank you for just stopping in and saying hello. You know, if people just come in and say hello, it's always fun. You know, it's a good community here. And but Andrew Lincoln will not be on The Walking Dead World Beyond Season 1, Season 2. He will not be showing up. That's per Scott Gimple, because he doesn't want to have people be thinking and waiting and wanting him to show up, and he never shows up, and it's, you know, just a big letdown. Regardless of what people say online and clickbait, trickbait, videos, articles, whatever, the early word is that Andrew Lincoln will not be showing up on The World Beyond. So, but they didn't say anything about Michonne. I'll take Michonne coming on the show, right? I'll take that for sure. That would be pretty sweet. That'd be pretty awesome. But I just hope we get some inclination of where Rick was, where Rick is, what's happening with Rick. It'd be pretty cool if Silas, you know, gets a job at the Civic Republic and there's some trail for Rick. Even though we saw Rick's boots, you know, Rick left a trail on The Walking Dead with Virgil and the cruiser. And Michonne has the link there with the phone and the picture of Michonne or the etching on the phone with Michonne and Judith. It says Rick, you know, in Japanese text, I believe. But is Virgil part of the Civic Republic? Is Virgil a spy? because they love spies, right? They love spies in The Walking Dead. Every show of The Walking Dead, World Beyond, Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, has had a spy so far. They love that angle. They do it. To me, it's a been there, done there. Got the spy T-shirt. But The Walking Dead loves that, so why not have that there? Virgil, last time we saw him, he came across Connie. Is Connie in danger? Is Connie okay? Is Virgil not that good of a guy? Because he's not. He, imprisoned his former scientist people there, and imprisoned Michonne. She got away, but Virgil's got some tendencies to be a bad person. Can we trust this guy fully? I believe that Connie, Lauren Ridloff, may be in the Walking Dead holiday special. So hopefully you saw my other video that of the little clip that I had. Well, it's like a breakdown of the clip. You get to see Chris Hardwick, the moderator. He's always the moderator, right? So we got Maggie, Eugene, Judith, Beth, and T-Dog. And Beth talks about, I saw the little clip that Beth asks, like, who's going to be the last person standing on there too? And she's like, I think Daryl. I think that. And then she's like, oh, and then Maggie, Lauren Cohan's like, what? And she's like, oh no, sorry. It's that I think that, Virgil, I think Maggie is going to be there, the Walker's End, and Maggie's going to be president. And then Lauren Cohan's like, and then Michonne and Rick come on a helicopter, the end. Boom. Would you be happy with that ending? Does Maggie become, the president of things? Does she run things? Because if you know the comics, certain things kind of come from there. There was that Zoom call table read of a scene with Carol and Daryl. That'll be in 2021. 2020. Sorry. It'll be in, what is 2021? That'll come on in February or March, whenever it is, episode 1021, season 10, episode 21. And it's Carol and Daryl, and they're around Alexandria, and they decide to part ways. I might make a video there and post it later today, or I might save it to Monday, because, stuff is kind of getting harder to come by with Walking Dead videos. So, but I have some stuff, I have like 9 or 10 video ideas. So that's like 10 days if I post one a day, plus, live streams on Sundays that I'll continue on the rest of the year. But I also am going to do a Cobra Kai trailer breakdown. And I'm thinking about what other videos I can make for you guys that I want to branch out a little bit more. Now's a good time to do that. I think that Cobra Kai is something that I'm excited to talk about. It comes back in January on Netflix. And I'm going to talk about HBO Max and the bunch of movies that'll be airing there, starting with Wonder Woman 1984 on Christmas Day. And that's a win-win-win. Win-win. If you put superheroes and the 80s together, right? That's a win. So hopefully Wonder Woman 1984 is great. Just like a Stranger Things. That's kind of like a superhero kind of show with sci-fi superhero stuff with 11. It's in the 80s. It's pretty interesting too. So Phil D187 says Cobra Kai is great. Got a little corny, but I love it. No, it's definitely corny, cheesy, but I love it too. It's nostalgic, and I think that's why it works. I love Cobra Kai because I grew up with the Karate Kid movies. I'm an 80s kid. I was born in the 80s, raised in the 90s. I'm a martial artist. I love martial arts. Cobra Kai is karate. Karate is definitely a good martial art to learn, to have a basis of, but I think that MMA is a good branch of all the things. And Cobra Kai is a little outdated, but, growing up with Daniel LaRusso, Mr. Miyagi, Johnny Lawrence, John Kreese, all this stuff, it's just great to see. And I'm super excited to watch that in January too. So Wilson says Wonder Woman 84 is open on 16th of December. I have HBO Max, and it's going there on Christmas, so I'm going to watch it there. I'm not going anywhere near the movie theater, just because they're not open around me too. It's just not going to be doing that for sure. Alexander says, I would watch your reviews of The Boys. I talk a little bit about that, and I do like The Boys. That's the superhero show on Amazon. I should have talked about that more when I was in season, but I might break it down a little bit there as well. Ishmael says, Fortnite is collaborating with The Walking Dead. Yeah, I said that earlier in the stream, and then I'm excited for the 2 skins, and I hope they have some challenges and they throw some zombies or walkers or something in there and different things, maybe a mini game or something. I don't know how they can do it, but I know they're doing something with the Master Chief and I don't play Halo anymore. I stopped after Halo 2, but Master Chief, and you can do something there. I would love for them to do something with God of War. I'm a huge God of War fan with Kratos and played all the games so far, and I would just love for them to do something with that on Fortnite. But yeah, I'm a one eyebrow on Fortnite and Rocket League and PlayStation Network too. So, but The Walking Dead is, awesome. But is it kind of on the way out? I mean, it definitely is, because season 11 is the last season, and we're going to get a Carol and Daryl spinoff. But what about the movies and the shows? And what about Fear the Walking Dead? How many more seasons of that are we going to get? How about The Walking Dead World Beyond? Is that going to be absorbed into a show, the movies on there as well? But I just have a feeling, and I was just thinking about it too, like The Walking Dead reward points are over. And it sucks because I had like 50,000 points, and I didn't get anything out of that. And I know a lot of people are the same way. People have 20, 30, 40, 60, 70,000 points, and we got nothing out of it. They just were like, boop, done. Sorry, didn't get it. Then, the Woodbury shop went from this big square footage in downtown Sonoy to the basement, basically. AMC Plus is getting Talking Dead and The Walking Dead holiday special. And it's like, I feel like they're kind of nickel and diming you. They're like, okay, if you want to watch this holiday special, you got to have AMC Plus. What about the person who just has cable and they watch The Walking Dead on cable and they can't afford AMC Plus and Netflix and all these streaming stuffs on there too? Or you just have Netflix and you don't have cable and you don't have all that. A lot of people aren't going to pay for AMC Plus. They're not going to pay for all this extra stuff. Because if you think about it, if you're buying all these extra add-ons and apps, and so if you had Hulu, Netflix, Amazon, Disney Plus, Amazon or AMC Plus, ESPN Plus, all these different things, plus your internet, it's like getting crazy, right? It's getting so expensive. And it's kind of, a lot of people feel this way. I'm kind of on the fence about it. Some people feel like it's a slap in the face for AMC to not air the holiday special on TV. It's like, oh, if you want to watch this, you got to pay for this. AMC Plus, AMC Premiere, an extra service, right? And you're like, what about all the people that have been loyal to The Walking Dead forever, since day one, or whenever they watch the show? They buy the DVDs, they buy the t-shirts, they buy the Hallmark ornaments, they buy the mystery boxes, they buy all the different things. And you're like, that's just crappy for a lot of people. And it just feels like a money grab. AMC is a business. It's a company. It just feels kind of crappy. But I support The Walking Dead, and I watch the shows, and I'm a big part of their, fan base, and, I support them. And I don't know. But we'll see. Hopefully we'll get to have a season 10C special on AMC with a clip or something. I really hope that tonight's holiday special, I hope there's a clip or some information about season 10C, maybe even season 11. But I know that the Walking Dead holiday special, if you have Beth and T-Dog on there, that's not the best people for season 10C or beyond. There are prior people on there too. And you could have got some better people. Like, don't get me wrong. Irony Singleton, Emily Kinney, they're awesome. They're good. They're part of the Walking Dead family. But they haven't been relevant for a while on the show. And if it's going to be something real big, you're telling me you couldn't get somebody on there to have a pre-recorded, maybe they do, maybe they will, I'm not sure. But it would be really cool and really awesome to have Andrew Lincoln have a 2-minute long clip. Hey guys, just want to say happy holidays. I miss you guys. I miss my Walking Dead family. We're excited to get start on the Walking Dead movies. I'm ready to go. I can't wait to play Rick Grimes back. And, we have some great things planned. And that's it, right? And I brought that up in my video about the holiday special and some stuff there. And people are like, he's busy. He's in a play. He's in a Christmas Carol. Okay, well, the Walking Dead holiday special is pre-recorded. So you could have filmed that, fire up your phone. Hey guys, Andrew Lincoln here. Just want to say happy holidays. Boop, 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 boop. 2 minutes, send it in. There you go. Same thing. Andrew Lincoln, Norman Reedus, Melissa McBride, whoever. It would have been great. Would have been awesome. But it's kind of crazy if you think about it. We have not seen Andrew Lincoln anything to do with Rick Grimes, The Walking Dead, anything. So for forever, right? So Chris says, I was right about Huck. Hello. Awesome. Good job. Huck's a spy. You figured it out. Awesome, Chris. I'm glad you did. And I'm glad a lot of people figured things out. Very good. But the big thing about it is Andrew Lincoln, I feel, has just been disconnected with the show since he left. And I don't like that because he's Rick Grimes. He's the Rick Grimes. He's one of, if not the faces of The Walking Dead. Even though I have the idea of a video that I'm going to make, that I would say that Rick is important to the show and The Walking Dead universe, but there's one, if not two characters that are just as important, if not more important, than Rick Grimes. I'll post that in a video. But if you know the channel, you know where I'm kind of going with that too. So, but hopefully you guys are safe and sound and secure, not stressing about the holidays and life and the world and just pandemic and everything. It's just crazy that we're finally, hopefully, going to be getting these vaccines out in the United States on Monday, I believe is the word. They've already been going to different countries, I think. The UK, I know, the big thing we know for that. But I'm hoping that other countries have, vaccines and everything there too. And I'm not sure when the bulk of us will get them, if we're going to get them or not get them, if people are deciding to get them or not. Is it going to be back to our normal circumstances? I don't know. I mean, is it going to be back to life? Is this coronavirus going to be a problem for the rest of our lives, for the foreseeable future? Is it going to be like every couple of years you got to get a vaccine, kind of like the flu shot? Do you decide to get it or not? I'm not sure. So, but let me see what people are talking about here too. I want to bring up something here. So I saw a clickbait article, right? It's like the essence of clickbait. It says on an article on Facebook, they're like, Andrew Lincoln's movie, or it says, The Walking Dead Andrew Lincoln's movie picked up by Netflix. And you're like, yes, it's coming to Netflix. Click on the article, bring it up, and you're like, Penguin Bloom? What are you talking about? Don't put The Walking Dead Andrew Lincoln's movie. We're talking about the Rick Grimes movie if you put that headline on there. But it's designed and to bait you to click and to get the information about the movie Andrew Lincoln is connected with The Walking Dead. And you're like, no. Don't be talking about Andrew Lincoln and The Walking Dead if it has nothing to do with the Rick Grimes character on there too. Don't get me wrong. Penguin Bloom is probably a cute, good movie with Andrew Lincoln, and it's a true story about the couple and, that everything there. It sounds good, but they're baiting you to click if you're a Walking Dead fan to talk about the Rick Grimes movie and it has nothing to do with it. And you're like, that's the essence of that. And that's why it really bothers me when people are like, you're clickbait, you're trickbait, because I would never do that ever. Now, if you entice somebody to click on it and it still provides you with the information, that is not clickbait. That is not trickbait. That has nothing to do with it. It's basically, I guess you could call it the loose term of clickbait because it's baiting you to click on it. But I have the connotation of clickbait is the same as trickbait because they're enticing you and baiting you to click on it. And they don't provide the right information you're looking for it, or the picture that you're trying to look for is not there, or it talks about nothing that you were designed to entice you to be on there. That's the same thing with Penguin Bloom's movie going to Netflix that I'll probably watch on Netflix. But it's not the Rick Grimes movie that we all want to talk about, that we all want to watch, right? We all want to see that. And I'm right in there with you guys too. So, right. So Phil D187 knows what I'm talking about. He says, I was tempted, I won't lie. Skull Ayush Gaming, have you watched Supernatural? I have not watched anything besides the first episode. It's on Netflix, and I watched it, and Jeffrey D. Morgan's in it with the two kids and the sons. And I was like, I'll watch it. I'll check it out. So I'll talk about it. But I only watched one episode, and my wife watched a couple episodes here and there. But I think it's like, I don't even know how many seasons, 15 seasons or something. Like, I'm just not going to sit there and watch all those seasons. That's for sure. Like, if a show's got 4, 5, maybe 6 seasons, I'm like, I definitely would check it out. But I just feel like there's so many other things that we're watching or doing or whatever on there. And it's just crazy. Like, I'm finishing up my second book in 100 Days, part 2 of my book series. The prequel series of Fight for Us. So I'm definitely, trying to work on that, plus work on videos, plus fix up stuff around the house. My wife and I had to give Otis some antibiotics recently, so that was great. Then we're trying to do holiday shopping, stuff around there too. So just to start another show like that is just a little much too. So Chris says, are you sick and tired of Madison returning yet? Nah, I mean, I guess I have this, I don't even know what people would call it. But I don't care about Madison. Madison to me was killed off in season 4. And now all of a sudden, they can bring her back. They never saw a body. Bibbidi blah 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 blah. Great. If you bring her back, it's because you're caving to the pressure. It's not because of the story, because it makes no sense to bring her back, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. I just want it answered one way or another. Bring her back or don't. Stop playing the little back and forth game, the politically thing that draw people in. Well, you never know. Never say never. Never saw a body. Just say she's gone and she's not coming back, or bring her back, right? Madison to me was emotional, what a great word, unemotional, just lacked the great things to be a lead character. She could probably be a role character and been much better, but I just don't think she was a good choice for a lead character. Kim Dickens is a fine actress. She's okay. She's been in different things, and I thought she was pretty good in. But she's not the star of those shows that I've watched her in. Not to say that she can't be a star, but I just don't think her role on Fear the Walking Dead was the best. So I'm tired of it just baiting people to watch. Well, you never know. You got to watch the second half of season 6. I don't know if you're going to come. She may come back. She may not. And if she doesn't come back, you look pretty dumb. Now, if she comes back and it's a flashback or a dream sequence or something there, is that going to be enough for people? Probably not. But is she going to be on Tales of the Walking Dead and we finally get to see the ending? Sure, that would be great. I think that's the best way to do it, is we get to see how she tried to survive, or I don't know. I don't know what they want to do. But again, I didn't write it. I would not have written that. I would not have written Fear the Walking Dead the way they had, especially early on. But they put themselves in the situation with all these different showrunners, all these different writers, up and down, all around, different writing. It's just all over the place, too. So Sven says, who is your favorite in World Beyond? That's a tough one. At first glance, I want to say, I like Felix. I like Elton. Hope is okay. Silas is okay. I don't know. I don't really have a favorite, but I probably would say Elton, just because I just like that like nerdy, smart guy who, is book smart, but not that street smart kind of thing. I don't know, just something about them. They all have their kind of things, but Felix is probably my favorite out of all of them. I thought Felix really stole the scenes and did a really good job and committed to the role, and you could see that the actress Nico was really invested in it. And the fun fact is that Nico actually tried out for the role of Nick. I believe it was Nick. I know he tried out for a role on Fear the Walking Dead, and I want to say it was for Nick, and he didn't get the part. And then they kept him in mind for this, and they brought him around, and I'm glad he's a member of the Walking Dead universe and Walking Dead family. Even though I do not like the fact that he basically enticed, teased, lied about working with Andrew Lincoln. His favorite person was working with Andrew Lincoln, or Rick, or whatever he said, in a Twitter post. And then he has since apologized for it on there too. And then the same thing, Silas, Hal comes in and said, yeah, Rick, season 1 finale, Rick, 3 words for it. He's like, good, this, Rick. And then Rick, it's just like, and Rick wasn't there. Just like, what are you talking about too? So, but yeah, I mean, I think Madison is going to go down as one of the biggest debatable characters. There's people that love her, like Sven says, I love Madison so far. That's good, Sven, and that's all you. I'm not trying to ridicule you, regardless of what people say. And people talk about that you can't have a different opinion than me. You can't be, all this trolling stuff. People like Madison, great. Madison just was not for me. Jeannie says Madison Walker. That'd be a good way to see it. But would she still be a Walker all this time, all those years later? I guess. But maybe. There's been crazier things happening on The Walking Dead too. So, yeah. Madison is going to be one of those debatable characters that people love or hate. I guess you can tolerate her. And I don't want to say I hate any character, but she's definitely on my very disliked characters. There's just better characters on that show and series. I mean, I thought Nick was a far better character and Daniel were far better characters on the show when she was there. Travis, he came a long way over the time, and then they took him out, and we never saw Travis's body either too. So could he still be alive? Same thing. But nobody cares, right? No one's like, Travis needs to come back. Everyone's like, Madison. We love Madison. Really? Like, go back and watch the first 3 seasons and tell me how great Madison is. Just not. There's other characters and other things. Like Strand was far better. But that's just my opinion. And I don't write for the show, and I just sort of given the character different abilities too. So Jen says Nick was great, and I agree. I think Nick was far better than Madison. And I think between Nick and Madison, those were the 2 leads of the show too. So Xmas Girl 304 asks Q&A. With the end of The Walking Dead coming, will the movies be relevant? It seems to me that the further we get from Rick's exit, people will just eventually lose interest. That's a great question. Only time will tell. I know myself, like, I need to watch it, right? I need to watch the movies. I need to watch that on there too. But the best example I can say is my wife and I, we just watched a show on Netflix that's 6 seasons. And again, it's going to sound like I'm cursing, but it's the name of the title of the show. It's called Schitt's Creek, and it's 6 seasons. And by the last season, the 6th season, I was like, I'm ready for this show to be over. I'm ready. Like, okay, come on, wrap it up there, Roses. All right. You got a business, you got a thing, you got an idea, like, all right, come on, wrap it up. Let's roll. Let's go. And we basically watch an episode a day for, so many odd days. It was a good show, good luck, but that was only 6 seasons. And a lot of people are like, I don't even care about Rick Grimes anymore. I don't even care about the show anymore. I don't even care about the movies. But if and when, really hopefully when, they start filming, have a teaser trailer, wrap up the first movie, get a legit trailer, be like, oh, Rick is back. What? Rick is back. Yeah, looks awesome. Looks great. Rick. People are going to be excited again. But if we get something that rejuvenates things, right? Like if we get, like look at Karate Kid, right? Karate Kid was 3 movies and then a 4th movie and then a reboot kind of movie with Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith. And then Cobra Kai came around, seasons 1 and 2 on YouTube, and it was great. It was amazing. And now it's on Netflix, and people are like, this is awesome, Cobra Kai. It's funny how something goes to Netflix and people are like all about it, even though it was, there. And it's fine. That's an easy way for everybody to, go to Netflix. Just like I don't watch it. The show Queen's Gambit is about chess. And now, like, since that came on, people are playing chess and they can't even buy a chess set. They sold out everywhere. Chess is on the rise. It's kind of like Oprah, right? Oprah's favorite things. And now they put them on the map for this popcorn or shirt or clothing or car or whatever it is. It puts things in the notoriety. They kind of move the needle towards something that happens there too. And I don't like Black Summer on Netflix, but if you had a great zombie show, Walker show, a zombie apocalypse dystopian universe show, it would do really well on Netflix. Some people just have Netflix. They have Netflix and they have, cable, internet. And that's how people watch stuff. So Netflix is sometimes the only stuff that people watch too. So, but exactly, people love Cobra Kai, and I don't know if people does anybody in here watch Cobra Kai and you never saw the Karate Kid movies first, right? Like, did anybody just start watching Cobra Kai and then go back to watch the movies because they never saw it? Like, I grew up with the movies. So I grew up with Cobra Kai, Miyagi-Do, Daniel-san, the apartment complex, them fighting on the beach, Allie with an eye, all that stuff. I grew up with it. And I love it. And I still watch it. And it takes me back, to my childhood. And then Cobra Kai came out, and it's cheesy, and it's but it's awesome. Throwback nostalgia, right? So is that, is anybody watch Cobra Kai who hasn't seen the Karate Kid movies, or they saw Cobra Kai first and then watched that? We got, some people like that stuff. So Sven says, Iris, immune reconstitution inflammatory syndrome. Google check. Does that mean something? Yeah, I don't know. IRIS could be an acronym there. I don't know if HOPE is an acronym as well. Hope for the future. Iris is part of the eye. Just not sure. Not sure what they're going for. But are the names symbolic of things? I think so. I think The Walking Dead uses symbolism all the time. Not sure. But very good, guys. I'm going to go for another 7 minutes. I talked about my book series a little bit. If you're on Amazon and you haven't checked out the book series Fight For Us, you don't have to, but that's my book series on Amazon. It's doing pretty well. Fight For Us is the main series. The prequel is In 100 Days. The first part 2 will be out next year. It's 18 chapters. It's already written, but we're in the breakdown special of it too. So Dara O'Brien says, what's going to happen in the holiday special? So the holiday special is going to be with Maggie, Eugene, Judith, Beth, T-Dog. They're going to answer various questions. There's going to be a table read, script read of Diverged with Carol and Daryl. And I think it's Carol, Daryl, Ezekiel, and Jerry. And I think Jerry or Ezekiel are doing the read of what's happening of the script. Carol and Daryl are reading their lines, and the scenes are explained by either Ezekiel or Jerry. There's probably going to be, it's all pre-recorded, it's already done, and that's all I know. Angela Kang, Scott Gimple will be there as well. Hopefully they'll talk about season 10C, season 11, maybe the Rick movies. Maybe we'll get a little clip. Maybe we'll get a scene. Maybe we'll get something. Maybe I doubt we'll get another trailer, but maybe that'll come out maybe in December 28th because The Walking Dead returns February 28th, and they love to do it 1 to 2 months out. If not January, we'll have another trailer, for that. So Lindsay Katara say, I gotta say I loved T-Dog. T-Dog, I hope, gets a Tales of the Walking Dead episode. I hope we get a Tales of the Walking Dead episode of T-Dog, of Abraham's Army. If we get one of, Glenn would be kind of cool. Maybe Merle, but Merle, Merle doesn't want to do it. Michael Rucker said he doesn't want to do it too. So, Dara says, where can we watch it? It's on AMC Plus. I would assume it may be on maybe YouTube after the fact, maybe on different sites. But it's on AMC Plus is where it is. It's not on AMC. So you can watch the Walking Dead Holiday Special tonight on AMC Plus. I would assume someone's going to put it up somewhere online. And then hopefully it'll be on AMC next week or so on regular television, maybe DVR it then, maybe watch it there. Negan 1 says, Tyrese, Tale of the Walking Dead. Yeah, I hope that we get a Tyrese Sasha thing would be cool. Maybe just Tyrese. But I really hope Tales of the Walking Dead are awesome. I kind of feel like they're going to be like the webisodes. They're going to be like small little snippets of things. So I don't know if it's going to be like all-encompassing great stuff, but it just sounds like it's a way for it to stay relevant, to film smaller episodes. I would assume they'll be like 20 minutes, probably half hour long at the most. I don't think they'll be full hours, but you never know. I mean, they could have stories of a lot of characters for it. I know that Gimple he has also said that Tales of the Walking Dead will be new characters that we haven't even seen yet too, says. Garlic asks, what time? I'm not sure what time because I don't have AMC Plus and I will not watch it, but I think some people said it might be up already. So you may be able to watch it already on AMC Plus. Definitely log in, check it out, but I don't, so I haven't seen it. But if not, it's probably be on the normal 9 o'clock time. But it's on AMC Plus, so it's not going to be on AMC, so I'm just not sure too. So Lindsay says, I just finished Mr. Robot and started Dark on Netflix. I have not seen either of them, but I've heard both are good shows. I've heard good things about Mr. Robot. I know that Remy Malek, I might be saying his name wrong, but he is the main star of Mr. Robot, and I heard that he's really good on that. John Cap says Shane. I would love to see a Shane Tales of the Walking Dead, but I doubt John Bernthal wants to do that. I'm not sure if they pay enough money. We'll see. John also says Rise of the Governor. I think the Governor would be really good, and I know David Morrissey would like to come back to The Walking Dead in some way, shape, or form, and I think that'd be a good way for him to do it too. So, but we don't know what exactly is going to be. I don't even know when Tales of the Walking Dead is expected to air. Most likely after the show The Walking Dead's done, Fear the Walking Dead and World Beyond, because if they're going to film The Walking Dead, 24 episodes, Fear the Walking Dead, 16 episodes, if season 7 is 16 episodes, Walking Dead World Beyond, 10 episodes, that's a lot of cast, crew, production, makeup artists, everything involved. COVID-19 is just not going to go away because January 1st, 2021 is coming up in a couple weeks. But can we have the COVID protocols cut down? Can people still be filming? Are we still going to have that? I'm just not sure. But with probably the rise in vaccines spreading around more and more and more, I would assume more people will be able to do that. I'm just not sure how it's going to affect the writing, filming, everything involved for 2021 and beyond. But I would assume Tales of the Walking Dead, it'll be Tales of the Walking Dead and the Carol and Daryl show. And I don't know if Fear the Walking Dead lasts after season 7, or is season 8 going to be the final season? I'm just not sure what they're going to get, because how much longer can that show go on? I think majority of us want Fear the Walking Dead to connect with the Walking Dead, if not the world beyond, if not the movies, if not all three, come together to fight the Civic Republic as the big bad, big ultimate oppressive superpower group that all of our group needs to come together. All the shows and the Commonwealth go, and even Michonne's group and whoever else attack the Civic Republic, and they take it down. We'll see if that's the way they want to do it. If it's a big super battle like Avengers Endgame or something, right? We'll have to see if it's the Republic going against the Empire, if it's the Republic going against the First Order. I'm not sure if we're going that way or not, or, good versus evil, if it's actually going to be that way on the shows, but I'm not sure. Spencer says, sorry, I just jumped as soon as I read that. Great. How many seasons do you want the Daryl and Carol spinoff to last? I think it's going to be 10 episodes a season, and I think the early word is going to be 2 or 3 seasons. I think most 3, maybe just 2, but that'll be a way for it to stay relevant for a couple more years. And also Tales of the Walking Dead can stay that way. But so if we get The Walking Dead, season 10 to finish that up next year, and then hopefully we get 8 episodes or 12 episodes at the end of the year, if not there. So I really hope The Walking Dead does 8, 8, and 8, 8, break, 8 more. So that's 24 episodes. That's 24 weeks. That's 6 months. Because, 4 weeks in a month. That's 6 months of The Walking Dead season 11. So that's half a year. Then you're going to have Fear the Walking Dead. World Beyond is going to be another season. Then we get a Rick movie. Maybe 2 movies, maybe 3 movies. We get all that stuff. So it's just crazy to think that The Walking Dead will still be rolling into 2022, 2023, maybe 2024, maybe even 2025. But that's like 4 or 5 years from now that The Walking Dead could still be relevant with Carol Daryl show, Tales of the Walking Dead, Rick movies, maybe another show like that too. So we'll have to see how it goes down, guys. But that's my hour. Thank you, guys. Zombie Gamer 2006. Hello. Goodbye. No, I'm out of here because that's my hour. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. I'll be back next Sunday for our live stream. We'll be talking about probably the holiday special once we get more information about it. I may talk about a video about the table read that some of it's talked about for the holiday special. I may post that today, this week. We'll have to see. But thank you, guys. Make sure you're a subscriber and you ring the bell to be notified. Some people are still not being notified of the different videos that we post. We're still going to try to have videos every day. If we miss a day or 2, I apologize, but it's getting harder and harder to have content. But we have different things. We'll be talking about different stuff besides The Walking Dead to do that. But thank you, guys. And remember, with hard work and dedication, belief and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do it. It's about love, support, staying positive, making memories, staying true to yourself. Happy holidays. Be safe and sound and secure. And I'll be back next Sunday. Thank you.